Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 68 of Unboxing Wednesdays for books arriving in stores on Wednesday, February 15th, 2012. A happy belated Valentine's Day to all of our viewers out there. Hopefully you got to take a look at some of the pickup lines in last week's contest and were able to use it on your Valentine this year. Well, Rob, it looks like you've already unboxed the boxes. So let's go ahead and have a look at what we've got. Brand new in stores today is Wolverine, the old Man Logan statue. It's limited to only 900 pieces. We had one of our customers lucky enough to pre-order this. It's by Bowen Designs and it's pretty awesome. Here's another huge statue that came out today. It's the Catwoman 1/4 scale museum quality statue. Again, really awesome job on the design. She's standing on top of the bat signal. It's 19 inches tall. We've got the return of the Marvel Legends line of action figures this week. First up, we have Hope Summers. Then we have Claw. Just in time for what I'm sure is going to be a blockbuster movie. We've got Ghost Rider. Here is Thor. Steve Rogers prior to taking on the Captain America mantle once again. Here's Constrictor. And we have Iron Man. Now, each one of those figures comes with a piece to build a figure, and that figure is Terrax. There he is there on the back. The popular designer toy line Skelanimals has put out their DC Comics version of Skelanimals. First up is this Superman dog, maybe it's Crypto, Skelanimal, and we're stocking these in two different sizes. Here's Batman, and this looks like a wolf or something. Here is a Green Lantern bear and a Flash rabbit. These are really cool. We've also got a new Bishojo statue in the form of Poison Ivy. Here's a classic Duke and General Hawk G.I. Joe shirt. Rob, can you name all the vehicles on here?
Yeah.
What are they?
I'm not gonna do it.
No, what are they? What are they, Rob?
Oh, hell, those are easy, dude.
Yeah, well, what are they?
I'm not telling you.
Here's another awesome G.I. Joe shirt. We've got Snake Eyes, Bazooka, Shipwreck, Alpine, Flint, and Dusty. Here's a pretty cool Thundercats metallic logo. Here we have an X-Men t-shirt. With as many different variations that they have out there of the Punisher skull logo, still the best-selling one is just the plain black and white t-shirt. Here's a really cool Wolverine shirt and a Deadpool vs. Spider-Man shirt. Alright, we got a bunch of trade paperbacks and hardcovers to show you today. Let's start with ANNIHILATORS. We've got the final story arc of the Justice Society of America pre-relaunch, collected here in softcover. In softcover, we have Hellblazer, Phantom Pains. Here is a new softcover printing of Joss Whedon and John Cassady's Astonishing X-Men, Volume 1. The Transformers, Volume 6, which is part of the Chaos storyline. Here's Power Girl, Old Friends in trade paperback. Now, Power Girl is going to be coming back in May alongside the Huntress in the new book called World's Finest, and they're going to be trying to make their way back to Earth 2. Conspicuously absent, and this is all the talk on the internet the last few days, conspicuously absent is her, how should I say, her boob window, I guess is what they're calling it. She's a little bit more covered up in the New 52 universe. Here's X Factor, Super Unnatural. New in hardcover today is Vengeance. And we've got a collection here of Fear Itself Deadpool and Fear Itself Fearsome 4 in hardcover. And Ultimate Comics Spider-Man Volume 1, new in hardcover today, covers Ultimate Spider-Man issues 1 through 5 and the first appearance of Miles Morales, Ultimate Fallout number 4. Moving on to the small press books, first up we have Transformers More Than Meets the Eye issue 2. The first issue was a rousing success, helped, of course, by its 5 different covers. Here's cover B of issue number 2. This is cover A. And then we have the sketch cover variant by Alex Milne. There's a new Army of Darkness ongoing starting today from Dynamite. Dawn of the Jedi, Force Storm, issue 1. We've got the first issue of the G.I. Joe Retaliation movie prequel in today. This features Snake Eyes on the cover, and the trailers for this movie have looked infinitely better than the trailers for the first movie. And can't wait to see what happens with it. Infestation moves into the Dungeons & Dragons universe, here with issue 1 of Infestation 2, Dungeons & Dragons. Here's issue 2 of Infestation 2, Transformers. Here's Ghostbusters, issue number 6. BPRD, Hell on Earth, issue 1. Hellblazer, issue 288. And from IDW today we have Road Rage issue 1. Ricky and I talked about this on an episode of Previews Reviews a few months back. The original short story for this was written by Stephen King and his son Joe Hill. Joe Hill, of course, famous for his Lock and Key comic series. The actual comic wasn't written by them. It was adapted for comic form by IDW editor Chris Ryall. The actual name of the story that Stephen King and Joe Hill came up with was called Throttle, and it in turn was based on a story by somebody called Richard Matheson. So there's lots of layers to this book. I flipped through it. The art looks pretty cool. If the story has Stephen King or Joe Hill involved in it in any way, you can bet that it's going to be a good read as well. Must be National Reprint Day at Marvel and DC. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Let's get started with Marvel. First up we have Scarlet Spider, a second printing of issue number 1. Here's a second print of Carnage issue 2. Uncanny X-Force 19 gets a second printing, as does Avengers X-SANCTION number 2 and Avengers Annual number 1. Still staying with the second printings, we've got Incredible Hulk number 3, second print, and a second printing of Defenders number 2. Moving on to the new books this week, we have Thunderbolts number 170. We've got a very unconventional X Factor number 232 cover. This is by artist David Yardin. Generation Hope number 16. Invincible Iron Man number 513. Ultimate Comics X-Men issue 7. Here's the Ultimate X-Men variant cover. Here's Daredevil issue 9. Still lots of good things being said about this book. Uncanny X-Men issue 7. You can see on all the X-Men books they're promoting the Avengers vs. X-Men event. If you want more information on that, there's a video on our channel that was provided to us by Marvel. It's definitely a little cheesy, but it gives you some information on what's going on with the event. It also takes a look at the battle pairing of Cyclops and Captain America. Here's Wolverine, issue 301. Here's New Avengers number 21, the regular cover. And here is the variant cover featuring Hawkeye. Avengers, issue 22. Here's Venom number 13.2, which is the third part of the Circle of Four. Here's Winter Soldier, issue 2. Here's an odd Winter Soldier variant featuring Spider-Man's Valentines. J. Jonah Jameson, definitely an interesting choice. Here's Amazing Spider-Man, issue 679.1. And finally, from Marvel, we have Avenging Spider-Man, issue number 4. Now, this is the awesome thing about Avenging Spider-Man number 4 this month. No polybag. What? How's that possible, you might be saying? Well, Marvel came to their senses, decided that the polybagging thing wasn't cool and it was annoying retailers like us, and they now have this peel-off sticker inside, which underneath there's your code for your digital download. It's a much better method, and hopefully DC follows suit. And here we have the Avenging Spider-Man variant cover. So we're going to look at some of the freebies that our generous publishers have sent in to us to give away to our customers this week. First up, we have this DC New 52 Volume 1's bookmark, which also serves as a checklist and lets you know when each of the original 52 books from the relaunch are getting their graphic novel release. IDW sent us these Danger Girl temporary tattoos. This is going to be part of a series of free tattoos that they'll be sending to us, featuring series such as G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Star Trek. Last week I showed you a Venom Valentine's Day card that Marvel had generously sent to us. This week we've got a second one. It says, "You complete us," and it's actually going to be a day late for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. These go out on Wednesday morning. Bad form, Marvel. You're supposed to spread the love, not destroy it. Here's what I meant by reprints on the DC side. We've got a fourth printing of Action Comics number 1, and this features what was originally Jim Lee's variant cover for Action Comics number 1, but this time it's just his pencils. Here is a sixth printing of Justice League issue 1. Again, we've just got Jim Lee's pencils here. Here's a third printing of Batman number 1. In my opinion, the best title in the whole relaunch, and one that if you haven't had a chance to read yet, you should be definitely looking for it in your local shop today. And then we have a fifth printing of Batman Detective Comics number 1. This one probably had the strongest cliffhanger out of any of the New 52 books when it started off. But the story since then has not been, I think, as strong as the Batman book has been. DC Universe Online Legends number 23. Captain Atom number 6. Red Hood and the Outlaws number 6. Birds of Prey. Here's Catwoman number 6, Supergirl number 6. DC Universe Presents moves away from Deadman and on to the Challengers of the Unknown in issue 6. Here we have Blue Beetle, Legion of Superheroes number 6, and Wonder Woman number 6. Here's the Wonder Woman 1 in 25 variant, and this is one of those situations that I was talking about a couple weeks ago where this format for a variant cover just doesn't work sitting on a store shelf. Like, what is going on here? I know, like, we know what it is. It's the original cover doubled in size and turned on its side, but it just doesn't work. Green Lantern Corps look like they have landed in a Rob Liefeld 90s era comic in this issue. Just them with a bunch of big guns on the cover. Here's Nightwing number 6. And finally from DC we have Batman issue 6. What is going on with the Batman in this book? The Court of Owls are screwing with him in a major way. The last issue was fantastic. Can't wait to see what happens in this issue. This is the regular cover. Here's the digital combo pack variant. And here is the normal variant. Okay, last week we asked you to come up with your cheesy superhero pickup line because we've been feeling all the romance in the air here at Stadium Comics leading up to Valentine's Day. There was a lot of really funny lines that were given. Hopefully some of you guys were able to use them on your Valentine, but we could only pick one winner, and that person is YouTube user HydroTalks, who submitted a whole list of pickup lines, as many of you out there did. Here's a couple of the highlights. You should see the acrobatics I do with my other pole. That's from Daredevil. Black Canary would say something to the effect of, I want you to make me really scream. And then perhaps if you encountered Batman in your local watering hole, he'd approach you and say, I'm familiar with dark, damp caves. I'm really not sure what he's referring to there. I think it might have something to do with the Batcave. For this week's contest, sticking with the Valentine's Day theme, we are giving away one copy of this Winter Soldier number 2 Spider-Man variant that features all of Spidey's Valentines. So what we want to know is, who out there is your comic Valentine? If you could choose any character out there from comic books to spend your Valentine's Day with, who would it be and why? And don't say me or Rob, because, you know, we know that's the default answer for all of you guys out there. And, you know, we want this to be an interesting contest. And if everyone just says Kevin and Rob, then, you know, even if it is true, we'll have a hard time awarding a prize. So, all right, everybody, that is it for this week. Thank you once again for watching. You can see Ricky and myself doing our previews reviews on our channel, looking at merchandise that's coming out about 2 months from now. Our latest video that will be up within the week takes a look at graphic novels coming out starting in April 2012. You can watch Ricky and the gang from Flavorful Reviews taking a more in-depth and silly look at the comics that came into our store this week. And you can connect with us on any of the websites you see listed here on the screen. Take care, everyone. We'll see you all next week for episode 69. Enjoy your comics.